We're now going to do the Tai Chi walking stepping backwards. And in the forward stepping in the series, you would have landed with your feet, remember, on the railroad track, except that this foot had been turned out and this foot had been turned out. So this is where you land. And from here, your weight is on the forward foot. You're going to step back into, shift your weight back to the back foot, and then pick up the front foot and you step that back. So you're still on the railroad track. You're stepping, instead of straight this time now, you're going to just automatically start by stepping out to the side. So in walking forward, you're stepping initially on the railroad track, straight forward, then shifting the weight, turning the foot to the side. In this backward stepping, you start here with your shifting weight to the back foot, and then when you step back, it's still with the width of the railroad track, except you're stepping with the foot turned slightly out. So shift the weight. So I'm just going to keep walking backwards. You can see if I take 4 steps backwards, I land here. Also with this backward stepping, there's this odd little thing that happens. Let's say we landed here after brush knee sen chi. And I'm not asking you to do the hands right now, but I want you to see what happens, that when you shift your weight back and you begin to turn your body, because you're going to be doing a motion that has you looking backwards, notice how my front foot just kind of slipped over to the side. So I'm not trying to stay in this position, which was the ending of the forward walking. I'm not trying to stay in that position when I turn backwards. I allow my foot to kind of slide in. And now I'm going to pick this foot up and I'm going to step backwards with the foot out. And then as I reach back and turn my body, I would allow this foot to slide in a little bit. So remember, the forward walking, you're taking each step straight and then rocking back on that foot and then turning that foot out before you step into it again. And then step again straight, rocking that foot out before you step your weight into it. But here, rather than taking the next step forward straight on the railroad track, I'm already back to the side. I'm going to shift my weight backwards. And then when I step again, I'm going to step my foot out to the side rather than straight on the railroad track and allow this one to slip in a little bit. I'm going to step again out to the side with the foot pointed out slightly. Notice where my feet are now, but as I lean into the backward motion, I'll let that foot slide back in. And now from here, we're going to go into side stepping. So bringing the foot out to the side and then together, out, together, out, together, out, together. This might look familiar like some dance steps, like the hora, except that we're not crossing over. We're just stepping and closing, stepping and closing, stepping and closing. And notice how easy it is to think of it as being a stepping and closing and stepping and closing, but it's not. It's a glide. So just imagine you're creating a sense of gliding to the side, and then you bring your feet together. And then gliding to the side and bringing the feet together. Gliding to the side, bringing them together, gliding to the side, bringing them together. So let's go through the backward stepping again, having ended the last set with forward walking and the final rocking back and leaning into it. This one is going to simply start by, as if you were stepping back, just simply shift your weight to the back, then pick up that foot and shift your weight to the back with the foot out. Let that foot come straight forward a little bit. Step out to the side, back and with the foot pointed slightly outward. Let that front foot slide in straight. And then again, foot stepping out at an angle. And as you reach your hands back, as you turn your body, allow this foot to come together. And then you would step together And we won't do all the hand motions right now, but remember that there's a stepping to the side and bringing your feet together, step to the side, bring the feet together, step to the side, bring the feet together, step to the side, bring the feet together. And now I'm going to add the hand movements to it, so you remember that this is really just using the feet, using the Tai Chi walking, going backwards and then side to side to do cutting to clarity. Remember this one, cutting to clarity. I'll do it 4 sets, 2 sets. Cutting to clarity. And then bringing the hands together. And then going into the cloud hands. Watch my feet. This is what you were just working with. Step and close. And now step and close